So now for another frequently asked questions video. I have so many questions that come through that have to be answered so many times. So that's why I'm doing these videos. Hopefully, when someone asks me that question, I can send them this video, give them more information than what they're asking for. That way, help them twice as much. Alright, so starting with the first question. What did you eat during P90X? I ate fish, salmon, tuna, salads, no white carbs like pastas, white breads. My mind is blank right now, but just look up white carbs if you don't know what they are. Mostly it's all wheat, no enriched type wheats. If you look in the ingredients like breads, like I showed you in my last video, it'll say enriched. So it did you no good to have wheat bread if it's enriched. It's stripped from its ingredients. You need the nutrients. That's what you need, and it's stripped from it. So, another thing is any kind of greens, squash, carrots, broccolis, wheat, grain, rice, all types of beans, grapes, oranges, pears, peaches, skim milk, green tea, all kinds of peppers, steak, extra lean meat, shrimp, onions, strawberries, banana, water, tomatoes, potatoes. I don't eat a lot of potatoes, but sometimes, just like a potato every now and then, because that's actually bad carbs to be putting on your stomach, especially if you're going to sleep. So if you eat it for like a dinner, like a steak and potato dinner, you don't want to do that before you go to sleep. I've done that before, so just be careful. Just use it in moderation. Eggplant, zucchini. Basically, if you just stay around the outside of the grocery store where all your fresh produce, your fresh seafood, your fresh dairy products, and just check on your breads, you will be on the safe side. So that's a really good key to learning how to eat better. And that way, you don't have to know any technical details. You just stay on the outside of the grocery store. So that'll help you guys. All right, another question. Did I take something extra to lose the weight? This question is mostly towards the first time I started P90X a year ago. So the question was, did I take something extra to lose the weight? No, I just ran sprints from time to time whenever I felt like doing it. Sometimes I did it, sometimes I didn't. So every now and then is what I was doing at the point in time. I drank only water. Sometimes I drank green tea, but when you get green tea, make sure it does not have corn syrup in it. Corn syrup is horrible for you, no good. So stay away from that. I didn't have any pills, any supplements. I did everything all natural. Everything was all natural sweat, all natural hard work, and going out there and kicking some butt. So, next question. When are you going to make a workout collage? I have been asked that question so many times, and I didn't know that you guys would be interested in something like that. So, thanks for letting me know. I'll probably start doing that. Let me get the feel of it to see how it is first and see if that's what people really want to see. So if I got enough people that want to see a workout collage, then I will start that tonight and see how it goes in the future. So, tricks to stick to a diet. All right, for one, you don't need a diet. You need a lifestyle change. Don't starve yourself of the things that you enjoy. If you enjoy ice cream, basically, what you'll do is go to Walmart or somewhere that sells homemade ice cream makers. It's like a little small tub, and it's got a steel container inside of it, and you freeze that, and you put milk and sugar and whatever other fruits and stuff you want into it. You start churning it, and it freezes it into ice cream for you. So go get one of those. You'll have homemade ice cream. Eat all the ice cream you want. Just use skim milk. And you can use stevia for the sugar. The stevia I told you about in the last video is 300 times sweeter than regular sugar, and it doesn't have all the calories or anything bad. It's actually from extracts from the plant. So do your research on that. That'll help you out real good. And another thing is, just don't have too much of what you love. Keep it as a measuring as the size of the palm of your hand. That's about a normal serving for you, like a serving of vegetables or a serving of meat. Sometimes the meat's not right, but I don't know how to measure it out. So I'm just giving you tips that I know that I've done myself. What is my daily routine? Okay, so on a day off, I make YouTube videos, I do P90X, I use my laptop for things that I like to do during the day, clean house, run errands. Basically, that's all my day consists of on a day off. On a work day from 5 to 9 p.m., I set up appointments to go to the next day's work. And then from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. the next day, I run those appointments that I just set that previous night. And that gives me about 30 minutes to really sit down, get in the door and everything before I have to sit down and make calls again for the next day. So I'm usually done with those calls about 9 p.m. at night, and then I'll start my P90X workout about 10 or 11 or so, and then basically I watch my soaps until it's bedtime. So I get to watch my soaps on YouTube, and that's about really all I do. So next one, what do I do to lose the weight? This is like a number one question too. A lot of people ask me this. Basically, to list everything, I do handful size portions, only water, no sugar, no corn syrup or enriched bleached flour. I've already told you about all that. All natural ingredients, no type of boxed or junk food. Extra lean meats. When you go get hamburger meat, make sure it's the extra lean with the green label. Well, some might be different, but the extra lean, make sure you get extra lean. And turkey's really good for you too. Real fish, real produce. Sometimes I run sprints. And P90X, green tea. And I don't eat 3 or 4 hours before bedtime. That way I'm not sleeping on all that stored food and fat. And frequent meals per day. Remember to measure palm size. So if you have small little frequent meals, that will increase your metabolism too, because you're constantly feeding small nutritious meals to your body. The number one question, I've saved this one for the last question. How did I get rid of my stretch marks? Alright, in my week 8 video of P90X, a lot of people seen the first picture had a bunch of stretch marks that were red and really, like, the lighting of my camera really defined them. And then the last picture that I had where I lost all the weight, the lighting wasn't so good on my camera at all either. So that was before I got a good camera. And what happened is they covered up the stretch marks. I still have the stretch marks. They've just gotten smaller and less visible and not as dark since I've lost weight. But the bigger you get, the more they stretched out and the more they show. So stretch marks that you have to get rid of by surgery. I mean, you can diminish them a little bit by different creams and things like that, but you've pretty much torn your skin, so the scar is there, but they are things to minimize it. And so for future videos, stay tuned for tips, P90X updates, and your P90X motivation. So stay strong, live long, P90X!